I think Coltaine and Autumn should rest while watching the hobgoblins to make sure they don't do anything funny, if that's possible.
Do you leave the door to the western room open?
Um, sure.
Keep in mind I don't technically sleep, I meditate, which I do believe allows me to be aware of what's going on around me.
Yeah, but none of you are sleeping anyway, because you're not taking a 6-hour rest, I presume.
Oh god, no.
Just a short one.
Alright, so, Coltaine and Autumn, you two can take a short rest. Spend any healing surges you want. The other three of you guys, you wake up with 1 hit point. You'll have to wait another 5 minutes now to gain the effects of a short rest. When Rekoj gains consciousness, he is still in incredible pain because his leg is broken. He has the slowed condition. So the three of you unconscious guys, just do healing and heal 1 hit point. Coltaine and Autumn see the hobgoblins, start to come to. So after their short rest, Autumn and Coltaine sit at how much hit points? How many hit points?
Coltaine
back
is
at
at
29.
Coltaine is at 33 out of 35.
Alright, what do you guys do? The hobgoblins are all awake.
Who broke my leg?
A hobgoblin. You don't remember which one. They all look the same to you.
Rekoj slowly crawls his way to all the hobgoblins and chop all their legs off.
If you're gonna do it, move your token.
Coltaine is going to restrain Rekoj from chopping off legs from... He'll stop him from chopping the legs off the poor defenseless hobgoblins.
Remind me never to break his leg, because I'd actually like to keep mine.
Zook walks into the room of the hobgoblin.
Leaving Wintier by himself. Or not.
No, seriously, I chop off at least 1 hobgoblin's leg.
I'll chop the leg off a dead hobgoblin.
Hell, split them all like firewood.
Alright, Dave, if you're gonna do it, either do it as a coup de grace, or make a regular attack. If it's a coup de grace, then Coltaine will see you lining up the shot.
Well, actually, I'll ask him, do you intend to question these hobgoblins?
Well, I was going to sit down to tea with them, but maybe a question's also a good idea.
Okay, so Rekoj says, call me if you need to chop off their legs. But, just to incite them to actually talk, Rekoj grabs the corpses of the other hobgoblins in front of the live ones and chops them into 6 equal pieces, like head, both arms, both legs, and then dumps them down into the, chops them all into pieces, and then he slowly dumps them all into the pit there.
I thought you were gonna eat them.
Of course not, we have to be civilized here.
In any case, Coltaine asks the hobgoblin archer how many other hobgoblins there are within this level. And if he doesn't tell me, he may very well lose a leg or more.
You wanna know how many hobgoblins are here? War Chief! He screams at the top of his lungs.
Uh-oh.
He's screaming,
I'd like to use this opportunity to attack him.
I got a
Go
bad
ahead.
feeling about this.
The shouting goblin archer, hobgoblin archer. With first crap, because I didn't equip my bow, did I?
Oh, I want us to do something very brutal. So the guy's screaming whatever, right?
Pretty sure he was screaming War Chief or something along that lines.
Okay, as he's screaming that, Rekoj grabs like one of the limbs that he just cut off and shoves it into the thing's mouth while it's still open. Can I do that?
Sure.
This
So I
isn't Dead
shove it into
Rising.
his mouth, which like pretty much like, you know, forces him to like not able to, what do you call it, scream anymore, or like muffle the sound. And then Rekoj cuts off his foot first.
Oh god.
You allow me to do this, right?
If you're doing a coup de grace, then roll the attack roll. If you hit, it's an automatic critical hit.
Ah, excellent.
Can Zook equip his armor on before all this happens? And did I
No.
take my short rest? No? Okay.
You did not. No. It takes 5 minutes to put on armor, so you can put on your armor while you're taking a short rest, but no, Wintier, Zook, and Rekoj are still at 1 hit point, and 2 people here are unarmored.
Okay, rolled a 21.
Rekoj chops off his foot.
Then he uses the foot instead of the limb or whatever he stuck into his mouth, and sticks the foot into his mouth. And then shoves it down the throat so that he dies.
Alright, the hobgoblin archer chokes to death on his own foot.
Nice.
And I equip my bow.
Coltaine says, "You know what? Mercy never seems to work out with these goblins. I'll just leave them to you guys to do with as you see fit." And he walks out of the room to survey the hallway.
So then Rekoj asks one of the other 3 living hobgoblins, answer the question, or your foot will be in your mouth soon.
One of them spits on the floor and says, "I die a warrior."
Okay. Rekoj chops off his hand and shoves it down his throat. Just a sec. I rolled a 22.
Rekoj kills the second hobgoblin.
So then he looks at the other 2, and he says the same thing. Any more heroes?
Enjoy your last minutes. When the war chief finds you, you're dead.
They both say that?
Well, just one of them. They're not a choir.
Okay. Rekoj is getting bored. He just chops that one's head off. I roll a 23. What is this? 21, 22, 23?
So Rekoj decapitates him, leaving 1 hobgoblin.
So Rekoj looks at the last one and says, "How many?"
Just enough to kill you.
Rekoj considers what kind of really painful method is there to kill the last hobgoblin. Well, okay.
And just an FYI, you guys did not silence the archer before he was able to let out his scream.
Well, yeah, obviously. That's why I had to, do that.
Maybe we should temporarily retreat. You guys aren't exactly in condition to fight.
Alright, fine. Rekoj just cuts his head off.
Old school
Oh, and I
style.
miss. I rolled a 1.
So Rekoj fumbles on his decapitation of...
Oh, wow.
The hobgoblin scoffs. "If you're going to kill me, do it right."
Fine. I'll do it.
No.
I
I'll do
perform.
it. Rekoj grabs the hobgoblin.
Why don't you all do it in unison?
But I
No.
wanted to stab him in the stomach.
No. Oh,
So
actually,
his
you can help
acid
me
would
then.
eat him.
No. Rekoj does this. He shoves anything he can find in the hobgoblin's mouth so that he shuts up, so he won't scream or anything. Then he grabs the hobgoblin and inverts him upside down. So that all the blood goes into his brain. And then you can stab him while he's upside down.
Oh, but there's no fun in that.
Fine.
He's
kill him
already
your
gonna
way.
die a slow and painful death. I don't need to speed it up any.
Alright, fine. You get the last kill then. I'm leaving.
Wait, which organ would be better to destroy? Which would be more painful?
Oh my
to
god, just kill him.
Okay, I perform a twin strike aiming at his head.